Hello and welcome to our Wednesday evening practice. I hope everybody is feeling well and not too soggy. There's a little bit of rain going on outside if you're playing catch up with us this evening. But again, I hope that everybody is feeling okay and looking forward to our evening practice. You don't really need much for this evening, just any props that you usually have, grab them and just have them to hand. But we're going to do a nice little gentle flow this evening to hopefully make you feel nice and energized and nice and grounded for the rest of the week, whether it be rain or shine. Okay, so coming to come down onto the mat into child's pose. I'm going to start off by getting rid of all of the tension of the day. So coming down onto the knees, toes together, heels open nice and wide, and then wriggling the belly into the centre of those thighs. So either placing hands underneath your head or maybe fists if you can't quite reach, but making sure the forehead touches something as we start to nestle in to our child's pose. I'll just come up so you can hear me. So take a moment, as always, to enjoy that sensation of coming to the mat, knowing that we are doing something good for ourselves, doing something, a little bit of self-care to enjoy our bodies, to enjoy our thoughts, to be able to shut out anything else that is going on around us and focus entirely on ourself and doing good stuff for ourselves. So while we're resting here and breathing and enjoying those thoughts, take a moment to notice your body. Maybe take a little sway through the hips, a little rock through the shoulders, maybe even lift the head by an inch and take a gentle rock through the head from side to side. And then come back into stillness, into that center line, and start to notice your breath. Notice the length of your inhale, the flow of your breath, the steadiness of that inhale. Again, just enjoying that sensation of taking this time to notice your breath. Taking time to slow down the body, the mind, the thoughts. Breathing all the way into the back of your lungs, all the way into the base of the spine. Notice that push through the sides of the belly as you increase that length of inhale to open up into the space around the belly button, into the low spine, into the base of the lungs. And again, enjoying that time to slow your body down, slow your thoughts down. As always, this is the time that we make our promise to ourselves to practice with openness and honesty for your body, never overstretching, feeling good and open in our asanas this evening, never forcing your body. And with that said, take a nice big breath into the center of the back of the heart. And as you exhale, big open mouth sigh to relax and release. We're going to start to walk those fingertips forward, lifting the elbows, lengthening the arms, coming onto fingertips, pushing into those fingertips and drawing down through the tailbone, slightly hugging the belly in towards the body. Again, just notice that space underneath the armpits, around the base of the shoulder blades, around the neck. Taking some deep, expansive inhales into those spaces. And then wandering those hands over to the right side of the mat. So as far as you can, coming all the way over to the right side, still stretching forward, walking left fingertips that little bit further forward and rolling left sit bone down arm towards the heel. Again, we're visualizing the breath coming all the way into that left side body now, down through the rib cage into the lower side. Now then wandering those hands all the way over to the left side. Again, nice and long through that right arm, keep reaching up towards the top left corner with that right hand. And then rolling into your right sit bone, drawing it down towards your right heel. Long open breaths all the way down into that right hip. And then one more big breath in. As you exhale, come back to the center line. Opening up the palms, spraying them nice and wide, and then taking a moment as you inhale to lift up onto all fours. We're going to tuck the toes under, and as you exhale, push up into downward dog. Bent knees, long through the arms, looking between the ankles. Big breath in. Big sigh out. Inhale up high onto toes, lifting hips. As you exhale, pulling down through the heels. Big breath in. As you exhale, drop the knees. Untuck the toes. As you inhale, upward cat, shoulders back, squeezing elbows, arching through the spine. As you exhale, round through the back body, lengthening out, tucking under through the tailbone, and then tucking toes. Inhale into a neutral spine. As you exhale, push through the heels of the hands into our downward facing dog, bent knees. Big breath in. Big sigh out. Inhale up high onto toes, lifting hips. Exhale down through the heels. Big breath in here. And as you exhale, drop the knees. Untuck the toes. Inhale, upward cat, shoulders back, arching spine. Exhale, round the back body, lifting up all the way through the center back. Inhale into neutral back. Tuck toes, exhale, downward dog. Nice big lift in the shoulders. Big breath in and out here. Inhale, lift hips, lift heels. Exhale, rolling down through heels. Big breath in. Exhale, drop the knees, untuck the toes. Inhale, upward cat, shoulders back, arching spine. Exhale, rounding through your back body. Inhale, neutral back. Tuck toes, exhale, push through the heels of the hands, downward facing. Big breath in. Big breath out here. Inhale, lift up high onto toes. Exhale, down through the heels. Big breath in here. Exhale, knees drop, untuck toes. Inhale, upward cat. Exhale, rounding through the back. Inhale, neutral back body. This time take the right arm out to the side and towards the end of the inhale. And as you exhale, right hand comes underneath as you come in to thread the needle. Come down on the right side of the head, tucking tailbone under, lifting in through lower belly. Taking a couple of breaths here and maybe reaching that left set of fingertips forwards, stretching out again through the underside of the armpit. If you want to take it deeper, come over towards the right side of the mat with that left hand. Again, tucking tailbone, breathing into the back of that thoracic spine, all the way down the back of the rib cage. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, slide the left hand back beside the face. On the inhale breath, reach the right arm all the way up. And then take it towards the back of the spine. So coming into the middle back, a little bit above the sacrum, rolling that right shoulder up, back and down, pulling left shoulder back into its socket and lifting up through the right side of the chest. really big breaths here. Again, pulling that right shoulder back, right elbow lifting and moving behind you. On the next inhale, reaching the right arm all the way up, reaching it forward, extending it out, and then dropping it down. Inhale, breath, left arm lifts. Exhale, breath, sliding that left arm underneath the right. Again, just taking a moment here, readjusting if you need to. Hugging under through the tailbone, lifting up slightly through the belly, and then starting to wander right hand forward. Again, don't worry if you don't feel that balanced. Keep the right hand beside the face where it is. If you want that additional stretch, you can take the right hand toward the left side of the top of the mat. Again, as you breathe, just notice any niggles in that space around the shoulders. See if you can visualize the breath coming into that space, opening it up, releasing and relaxing. All the way down that back body, making space for your breath. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, slide the right hand back beside the face if it's not already there. Inhale to lift all the way up, out through that left side. Exhale, taking it behind the back. Again, a little bit above the sacrum today. Rolling the left shoulder up, back and down. Pulling right shoulder back into its socket to give you more lift in the chest. Keep drawing that elbow behind you. Keep lifting the left shoulder backwards. And then as you inhale, lift that left arm all the way up, reach it forward, extend it out, and then drop it back down. On your inhale breath, shoulders back, arching through the spine, upward cat. And as you exhale, push through the heels of the hands, tuck the toes, and lift the body into downward dog. So taking a moment here in down dog, swaying through the hips, bending and stretching through the legs, nice and long. Bends and stretches, making sure that we're not bouncing from one side to the other. We're taking the time to reach back through the heels, to open up into calf muscles, back of the knees. And then next inhale, lift up high onto toes. As you exhale, pull down through the heels. So staying here for a moment, noticing your hands, seeing if you can push even further into the mounds of the index fingers, around the thumbs. Long, even flowing breaths. One more long breath in and out here. And then on the inhale breath, take the right foot up and back, three-legged, but keeping right foot, heel pointing towards the back of the room, right toes pointing down towards the floor. Big breath in. As you exhale, lift the right knee nice and high in towards heart center. Take the journey through the hands if possible as you bring the left heel down to come up for warrior one. Use a nice big inhale. As you exhale, soften the shoulders and then soften down through the hips. So we've got a nice long upper body. Again, that big expansive breath across the chest. Resetting and grounding through the feet, rolling into that left little toe side of the foot. And then as you inhale, reach the arms all the way up. As you exhale, plant the hands down. Inhale, right foot back, down dog. Again, that gentle sway. Next inhale, left foot comes up and back. Left heel pushes away, left toes pointing down towards the floor. Big breath in. And as you exhale, hug the left knee nice and high. Bring the foot down in between the hands. Right heel comes down. Inhale up into warrior one. Exhale again, resetting upper body, shoulders down the back body, hips pointing forward, shoulders pointing forward, and then grounding into the whole of that right foot, rolling away into little toe. Again, nice and long through to the crown of the head. Big breath in and out. Next inhale, raise the arms, raise the gaze. And as you exhale, plant the hands. Inhale, left foot back. Again, that gentle sway. Next inhale, right foot comes up and back. As you exhale, hug the right knee nice and high. Heels to the foot. Left heel down. Inhale, warrior one. As you exhale, this time take the arms out nice and wide. Bring the hands into clasp, rolling shoulders up, back and down, lifting chest. As you exhale, lean the chest forward, shoulders still moving backwards, heart reaching forward over to the front of the top of the mat. Dipping the right shoulder slightly as you lift up through left shoulder and turn to look over it. Big breath in. Still pulling those hands away from you as you exhale, reaching forward through the crown of the head. Inhale to turn to face towards the front, up into warrior one. Exhale, planting hands. Inhale, right foot back. Next inhale, left foot comes up. Exhale, hug the left knee nice and high. Heel to the foot. Right heel down. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, grounding down shoulders and hips. Inhale, raising arms, raising gaze. Exhale, arms up nice and wide. Again, clasping those hands together as you roll the shoulders up, back and down, lifting chest. As you exhale, lead the movement with the hips and then following by the chest. Again, keeping everything lifted and moving forward. Left shoulder dips, right shoulder lifts, still reaching those arms down towards that right thigh. Nice and open through the hips. Crown of the head still reaching forward rather than down. Inhale, turn to face the front, lifting and opening through the chest. As you exhale, plant the hands. Left foot back, downward dog. Again, a gentle sway to reset. Next inhale, come forward into a higher plank, diving through the upper back. Take a moment to really push through the heels of the hands, lifting and lengthening that space in between the shoulder blades. Pulling forward through the crown of the head, pulling back through the base of the heels. Big breath in. Big sigh out. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, knees, chin, chest, or knees and whole body, depending on how you're feeling tonight. Untuck the toes. Inhale into low cobra, shoulders coming back. Exhale, push through the heels of the hands and lifting up into our downward dog. Take 3 reset breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Inhale, right foot up and back, 3-legged. Exhale, hug the right knee nice and high. Heel toe the foot in between the hands. Left heel comes down, inhale, warrior one. As you exhale, this time cactus the arms, dropping out through the hips. Charging up your right thigh, we're going to scoop the air up along with that left knee. So as you inhale, lifting up through that left knee, standing on the right leg. And as you exhale, hands into prayer at heart and bring the left ankle on top of the right knee as you bend into our standing pigeon. So take a moment here in standing pigeon. Again, heart is lifted, shoulders are dropping, left foot is flexed, both knees are bent. Big breath in. Big breath out, sink a little lower through the hips. As you inhale, raise the prayer, raising and standing in that right leg, lifting left knee. As you exhale, aeroplane arms, warrior three. Left foot comes back, heart reaches forward, shoulders reaching back. Big breath in and out here. I'm going to do one more of those standing pigeons, she says, balance, with your breath. So as you inhale, lift the arms up, lift the left knee. And as you exhale, hands in prayer, ankle over right knee. Inhale, back up to straight. Left knee lifts. Exhale, warrior three. Bending through right knee, left toes down, inhale up, warrior one. High lunge. And then as you exhale, draw shoulders down the back, back into cactus. Shoulders squeezing together in the back body. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, plant the hands. Inhale, right foot back. Gently pedal the feet. Inhale, left foot up and back. Exhale, hug it nice and high, heel to the foot. Right heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, cactus arms. Sinking through the hips. Again, charging up that left thigh as you lift arms and right knee. As you exhale, come down into our standing pigeon. Right ankle over left knee, hands into prayer at heart. See if you can find that balance up through that left side body. Again, heart moving forward, shoulders moving down and backwards. Big, even flow of breath. Sinking a little bit lower. And then inhale up with the prayer, lifting right knee. Exhale, aeroplane arms, warrior three. Nice and slow and steady, reaching forward through the heart, back through the shoulders. Right foot flexed. Inhale, lifting arms, nice and slow and steady. Exhale, back into pigeon. Inhale, back to standing. Exhale, warrior three. Into our high lunge, dip right toes, lifting arms, and then dropping through shoulders and hips, staying into that center line. Next inhale, raising arms. As you exhale, back into cactus. Squeezing shoulder blades back and down that back body. Feel the heart center opening and broadening. Scooping the air up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, back into down dog. A gentle sway. And on the next inhale, lifting forward into our high plank. Shoulders come back down the body. Head moving forward, crown of the head moving forward. Heels moving backwards. Big breath in. Big sigh out. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, knees, chin, chest, or knees, whole body. Inhale into low cobra, shoulders moving back, elbows nice and tight. Tuck toes, exhale, downward dog. Again, our reset breaths here. Nice big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, gazing towards the knees, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last one, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Right foot up and back. Exhale, hug the right knee nice and high. Heel toe the foot in between the hands. This time, really pushing down into that right heel. Right knee is over that right ankle as we lift the chest and reach the arms forward into our turbo lunge. So we're coming just around about 45 degrees between middle fingers and left heel. Shoulders again moving back, that right hip moving back towards the back edge of the mat. Big breath in, big sigh out. Next inhale, scoop the air up, lifting into high lunge. And as you exhale, hop the left foot forward slightly so you can put the whole of that left foot down for our pigeon pose, reaching open with those arms, palms facing the ceiling. Nice big lift forward through the chest. And then as you exhale, see if you can roll your belly over your right thigh. Maybe the fingertips come down onto the floor. Maybe they stay on the waist. Maybe palms stay open. Up to you, seeing how you feel. Again, we're trying to aim to bring that right hip back. Chest is lifting over towards those right toes. And then taking a moment here, we're going to lift that right arm up. So maybe again it's not entirely straight, just be conscious that your shoulder is leading the movement, not your right hand. Just leading it in line with that right shoulder. And then as you exhale, come back and down. Hop the left foot to meet the right. As you exhale, roll the belly on the thighs, bend the knees a little to soften. And then inhale up halfway, lifting chest. As you exhale again, rolling forward and down. Your choice, reverse swan dive or rolling up, lifting as you inhale. And as you exhale, hands into prayer at heart. Rolling shoulders up, back and down as we reset the front of the mat. Again, on that inhale breath, opening up the chest, raising the gaze. As you exhale, tracing the front of the body with the prayer. Inhale up halfway, nice big lift. Exhale to bend and fold. Planting your hands beside your feet, either nice big step or you can jump into a chaturanga, up to you. Make sure you have your arms bent if you're jumping. As you inhale into up dog or cobra. And then as you exhale, downward facing. A nice big sway through those hips, maybe a bend and stretch of the legs. Feeling grounded here through the hands, through the feet. And then on that next inhale, again lifting left foot up and back. Exhale, hugging left knee nice and high. Heel to the foot in between the hands. Again, that left heel must be underneath the left knee so you can charge up that left thigh. Pull away through the right thigh to lift up to 45 degrees. Again, the left hip kind of wants to go out to the side slightly. See if you can pull it towards the back edge of the mat. No tension in those left toes. Big deep breaths, hugging belly, drawing shoulders down and back. Feeling that line of energy strong through the body from middle finger to right heel. And then next inhale, lifting back up into our high lunge. Nice and long and open through the chest. And then exhale, circling all the way around. Placing the hands beside the front foot. And then hopping the right foot around about a foot and a half closer to come into our pyramid. Again, up to you. We're going to reach the arms forward first of all, palms open towards the ceiling, left hip moving back. Again, and then we can either drop those fingertips down, rolling the belly over the thighs, or you can keep your hands onto your waist. Again, making sure the chest is moving forward rather than sinking down towards the body. Again, just breathing into the back of those legs for a moment. And then hopping right foot to meet the left. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, bend the knees to fold. Reverse swan dive or rolling up. If you're feeling lightheaded, just roll it up. Exhale, hands into heart. Rolling shoulders up, back and down. Inhale, opening arms out wide. And then exhale, tracing the front of the body with the prayer. Again, that nice big halfway lift. Opening up through chest and then bending the knees to fold. Placing the hands beside the feet. Again, either jumping or stepping into our chaturanga or plank and then chaturanga. Making sure the arms are bent if you're jumping. Inhale into up dog or cobra. Exhale, lifting into downward dog. So 3 big reset breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last one, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Knees come down, untuck toes. Coming back into Balasana, but turning those palms open towards the ceiling. Yeah, just relaxing upper body. If your forehead doesn't touch the floor, either bring a cushion or something underneath your forehead so you've got something to rest your head on. Be kind to your neck. Taking those long, expansive breaths here. And then turning those palms to face towards the floor, getting rid of any prop that you've got underneath your head. And as you inhale, lifting up to halfway. Exhale, tucking toes and coming up to reset in down dog. On the next inhale, coming forward into our high plank. Again, doming the upper back nice and tall through upper body. So we're going to take a moment here to decide whether we want to come into side plank or wild thing. Either way, left hand comes into the center. Either left knee comes down, right foot comes down, opening up through right arm. Or we can stay with hips high and come into side plank. Or we can take those right toes all the way behind, lifting hips and reaching that right arm over the head. So you can get left hip nice and high too. Big extensive breaths. One more inhale. And if you're in wild thing, maybe you can hover, lifting right knee nice and high, and then very slowly, everybody making their way back into plank pose. Big breath in. As you exhale, knees, untuck toes, whole body. Rolling shoulders up, back and down into our low cobra. Take a breath in. And then a big sigh out to release the chin to the floor. Inhale, rolling shoulders back and down, lifting chest and lifting hands. Big breath in. Big sigh out, let the chin come to the floor. Last one, rolling shoulders up, back and down, lifting. Big sigh out. And then tucking toes as you inhale, sitting hips to heels. As you exhale, downward dog. Inhale again, moving the body weight forward, shoulders over wrists. Replicating what you did on the other side. So right hand into the center, either right knee down or rolling over onto hips, lifting left arm up, or left toes come behind and lifting into wild thing. And reaching and opening through the side body, lifting through the chest. One more inhale, and if you're in wild thing, see if you can hover with that left knee up before everybody resets into plank pose. Big breath in. As you exhale, knees, untuck toes, whole body. I'm gonna scooch down a little bit. I'm gonna reach both arms forward now and drop the the forehead down onto the mat. So just take a moment here, reaching forward through those arms. Long and open through your breath. And on the next inhale, we're going to lift the right arm and the left leg. So as you inhale, right arm, left leg, making sure that we don't dip into the left shoulder, pull the left palm back slightly. And then exhale to come down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Nice and even with the shoulders. Exhale, come down. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale. Last one, all four. And exhale. Sliding hands under shoulders, tucking toes. Inhaling back. And then exhaling, downward dog. Pushing the left heel as close towards the floor as possible. And then as you inhale, lifting that right leg. This time nice and high, so no flexing of the foot. Right toes lifting all the way up towards the ceiling. Stretching out through that side. If you want to work a little bit harder, you can bring that left elbow down onto the floor. You don't have to. Still pushing back and away through that left heel. Big breath in. Big sigh out. And then come up onto that left palm if you're not already there. As you exhale, hug the right knee nice and high. And then heel toe in between the hands. Just going to turn around so you can see me. Bring the left heel down as you cartwheel left arm up and open into Warrior Two. So nice and long through that right side body, lifted, trying not to sink forward into that stretch. Shoulders coming down, arms nice and open, rolling back through that left shoulder to make that nice straight line across the upper body. And as you exhale, feel that grounding through both feet. Nice and long through your breath. And then from here, as you exhale, bring right arm onto the right knee. Left arm comes underneath as you open up for side angle stretch. So see if you can come to rest with left shoulder directly over your right shoulder, pushing into the right elbow to lift the body away from your right thigh. Again, maybe we can sink a little deeper into that right thigh. Nice and open across the left side body, really reaching out through left fingers. And then on the inhale breath, we're going to sweep that left arm all the way up, using left obliques to come into reverse warrior. Right arm lifts, left shoulder drops, and you're going to reach behind the back to see if you can find the inside of that right thigh. Don't worry if it doesn't reach all the way, just grabbing onto some material if you need some help. Again, left shoulder dropping nice and tall through the right arm. As you inhale, underside of right thigh starts to lift, squeeze the thighs together, straighten the legs. And as you exhale, right hand is going to come across the front of the body to your left hip. Start to dip the right shoulder forward, turning to look towards the left. Again, the crown of the head is still reaching forward. Doesn't matter how far down you're coming, just nice and long through the underside of that right thigh. Open through the left side of the chest. And on the next inhale, again using those left obliques, coming all the way up, opening and unraveling back into Warrior Two. Big breath in and out here. And then we're going to change the shape of our Warrior Two side. We're going to bend into the left knee, take the back of that left arm onto the inside of that left thigh, and open, rolling through that top shoulder, through the right palm. So we're starting to straighten out through the right leg, bending into that left knee. It's tough on the ankles sometimes, shoulders back. And then on your next exhale, open out into Warrior Two. One more big breath in. Big sigh out. And then cartwheel right hand, left hand comes to join. Right foot back into our downward dog. So I'm just going to change back to the other direction so you can see. So nice and long through upper body again, pushing through the heels of the hands. And we want to anchor through that right foot. So maybe bringing the right foot closer slightly. So seeing how that feels. See if you can bring the right heel all the way down. Pushing through the heels of the hands. Don't let the weight come forward. As you inhale, lifting left leg high and open through that left hip. Again, toes pointing out towards the ceiling. If you want to add to that stretch, you can bring the right elbow down. Nice big lift, open through that side. And then next inhale, lifting up back onto that right leg, right hand. As you exhale, hug the left knee nice and high. Heel to the foot in between the hands, right heel comes down. Cartwheel right arm up and open into Warrior Two. Again, as you extend through that top line, notice whether we're shrinking into the left side body. See if we can pull up equally through both sides of the rib cage. Settling down into the center, but again that lift comes all the way up. Grounding evenly through both feet. Again, top line is nice and strong, right shoulder is moving back. Settling deeper into it with each exhale. And then left arm onto left knee, cartwheeling right arm underneath, resting with the right shoulder on top of the left, pushing down into that left elbow to lift the chest higher. Reaching towards the front of your mat, extending out through those fingertips and all the way down into the little toe side of the right foot. Again, try not to sink into the top arm. It's easy to kind of feel the ear slowly moving down towards the shoulder. And then using those right obliques again, keeping legs nice and steady as you inhale into our reverse warrior. Right hand down, left arm lifts. Softening into that left thigh. And again, we're going to take the right hand behind the back. See if you can find the inside of the left thigh or towards that direction using clothing if you need to. Again, it's the underside of that left leg that squeezes towards the right leg to lift and straighten. And then left arm comes towards the front of the right hip, across the front of the body. Again, as you lean into that stretch, the crown of the head is still reaching up and away. Rolling open through right shoulder, turning towards the back of the room. But everything is in that straight line. Everything is in one whole straight line. So if you feel things dipping forwards and backwards, come up by ½ an inch, see if you can get back into that straight line. A nice even flow of breath here. One more inhale, and then unravel the arms back into warrior two, exhale. Just a breath here to reset. Before we start to, again, bend into your right leg, inner arm to outer arm of the inside of that right leg, and then open with the left shoulder. So opening out through that left side, straightening out through left leg. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, back into warrior two. And we're going to cartwheel left hand, right hand. Left foot comes back, down dog. And then from here, as you exhale, drop the knees. Untuck the toes. This time, wiggle the knees just that little bit wider before we come down into child's pose. So maybe you want to bring the hands beside the heels, just to let those shoulders fall even deeper. And if it feels like the back of the jaw is clenching because of that, then just bring the arms forward. Again, just resetting the body, allowing the breath, the heart rate to come back into steady. And then very slowly, only when you're ready, rolling yourself up to sitting on the shins. Again, resetting the body with a nice big shoulder roll up, back and down. And then sitting to one side, just sweeping the legs round. Just giving them a little wiggle before we come into our forward bends. So right foot into that left inner thigh, making sure that there's no flesh under that left sit bone, taking it away. Left toes coming back towards the face. Fingertips down beside that left leg before we take a nice big inhale to lift the chest. Again, the heart center is reaching towards the toes. We're rolling the belly, just like our pyramid pose, over that left thigh, keeping everything lifted through the crown of the head. Trying not to let it drop. Maybe we're reaching towards the heel. Trying not to reach over the toes to avoid that shoulder rounding. And then drop the head in line with the spine. Closing the eyes down just to get that length of breath. Coming into tune with your body, noticing what's feeling tight and where we can allow that breath to open up those spaces. And then from here on the next inhale, engaging the belly, reaching beyond the toes, coming all the way up, nice big hug. And then as you exhale, big sigh and let the body fall over the thigh now. Shoulders drop, palms facing up, head falling. Let the weight of the body draw itself down towards the floor for a moment. Maybe you can rock the head from left to right if that feels good for your back, for your shoulders. And then very slowly rolling your way up. Drawing the left knee in towards the chest for a moment. Again, nice and tall through your back. And then take the hands into clasp around your left foot. And even the thumbs, if you can get them together, get them connected around the underside of that left foot. And on your inhale breath, we're going to keep the knee in towards the left shoulder, but kick the underside of that foot away from you. So as we raise the body up, keeping the knee close towards the body, lengthening out, breathing deeper. So we're not worrying too much about how straight the leg is. Again, keeping the whole of the back body nice and tall, shoulders opening by that stretch of the leg. Big breath in and out here. Maybe as you exhale, the leg gets a little straighter, maybe it doesn't. And then gently release, just planting that left foot in the middle of the mat. So you've still got that right foot underneath. And then placing right hand around the left knee, left hand behind the back. Rolling left shoulder up, back and down, lifting into a gentle twist. And if you want to add a neck stretch, maybe drop the chin towards the collarbone. Lengthening that breath, lifting through the back body. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, turn to face the front and gently unwind. Just a little counter twist around the other way before we come onto the other side. And then gently release. So bringing both legs to straight, again giving everything a little wiggle before we bend the left knee in towards the left side. Flesh away from right sit bone and right toes up towards the face. Fingertips alongside that right knee. As you inhale, lift the chest. As you exhale, heart center reaches towards the toes. Again, hands walking their way down towards the heel. Just take a moment, draw the head in line with the spine, maybe close the eyes. And again, as we're resting and breathing here, still lengthening through to the crown of the head. Maybe as you breathe, we can get those hands a little further, but don't worry too much about where you end up. As long as the whole of the back is nice and long and we're not rounding into that upper back. Again, more importantly, the breath should be slow and long and steady. And on your next inhale, engage the belly, reach beyond the toes, coming all the way up with a straight spine. And as you exhale, big sigh out, let the toes go, let the body fall, the head hang heavy. Back of the shoulders opening, neck lengthening. Again, maybe that look from left to right just to really release the back of the neck. Before we roll our way up, again nice and slow and steady. Bending into that right knee, hugging it in towards the body, and then clasping the hands around that right foot. Again, on your inhale breath, we're lifting the foot towards the ceiling, but we're also lifting the back body. The right kneecap stays close to the body rather than coming away and tipping forward. See if we can get that nice tall back. Shoulders down into their sockets, but opening and broadening across the middle back. Again, the more we breathe, maybe that leg gets straighter, maybe it doesn't. And then that final big breath in. As you exhale, just bring the foot again into the center of the mat. So you've still got that left leg bent. Left hand around the right knee, right hand behind. As you start to lift up into our gentle twist. Again, the whole of the back body is tall and open, and then maybe we drop the chin towards the collarbone to get a gentle neck stretch along the left side. Breathing deeper into that twist. Again, the more we lift through the back, the more we can open up that space in between the vertebrae and twist around a nice straight spine. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, turn to face the front, gently counter twist around the other side, just a nice big breath in. And then as you exhale, come back to the front. So sitting halfway through the mat, reaching your arms forward, just taking a long roll down towards the floor today. As always, if you need a little prop underneath your knees, grab it now, come all the way down onto your back body. Nice and slow and steady. And then maybe rocking the knees from left to right just to release any last minute tension before we come into Shavasana. Again, if you find it's tight on the low back to lay directly on the floor, then please do bring your knees up or place something underneath your kneecaps, a bolster or a pillow or another rolled up yoga mat before you come down into Shavasana. But when you're feeling comfortable enough to rest, take your time to close your eyes and notice, again, perhaps something is niggling a little bit, so move it, maybe roll the shoulders, maybe rock the hips, maybe wiggle the toes. So we can come into the most comfortable space that we can do to rest and relax the body. Again, we're closing the eyes down. We're taking time to let those legs fall heavy. Let the hips relax and release. The whole of the back body softening and melting away into the earth. Letting the arms float beside you, palms soft, fingertips light. Back of the head falling heavy, eyelids heavy, cheeks soft, jaw relaxed. Coming to rest the awareness in the center of your eyebrows. starting to deepen your breath, stretching through fingers, through toes, rolling through wrists, through ankles. Bringing the feet together, stretching the arms over the head, giving yourself that big full stretch. Softening with a sigh to release. Making your way over to the right hand side. Taking a moment here to come slowly back into the body. And only when you're ready, coming back into our comfortable cross-legged seat, still if you can with eyes closed. Coming to rest with the hands, palms face up in the lap. As always, we take this moment to acknowledge our practice, to give thanks for allowing ourselves to have this time of self-care. Taking this away with us off the mat today, acknowledging that we do need time for ourselves and to allow our calendars to have that space. Nourishing the body, nourishing the mind. Bringing the palms together, rubbing them towards. Placing those hands as cups over the eyes, fluttering eyelids open, and bringing the hands down into prayer. Namaste everybody, and thank you very much for joining me on the mat this evening. As always, I really appreciate any likes or comments or donations if you have the wherewithal to do so. And also I have been sending out messages about the prospect of hybrid classes, which would mean that our online streams would take on a new lease of life. They would be partially in our Bowls Club and partially people would log in via Zoom. So please do send me an email to see what you think about that, because obviously then those classes would not be available on YouTube after they live stream, which I know some people really enjoy, being able to practice whenever they want. So if you could let me know what you think about that, that would be great. All the details are on the website yogamehappy.co.uk. And hopefully I will see you again very soon. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Namaste.